Georgia Governor Brian Kemp has called for a 15-day state of emergency, and he's activated 1,000 National Guards because of the peaceful protests that happened in Atlanta last weekend.
Yeah, Eric, what started as a demonstration against a proposed Atlanta Police Training Center quickly turned into a violent protest when marchers took to the street. You'll take a look. This Truist Bank right here, the front window blown out by protesters throwing rocks and bricks at it. And across the street, the Wells Fargo right there also suffering damage when those protesters went after that building as well. They've already boarded it up. They also set a police cruiser on fire. Tensions boiled over tonight. Just a protester was killed in an exchange of gunfire with Georgia State troopers. Armed with bricks and fireworks, some protesters turned violent in downtown Atlanta Saturday night. We're not far enough down where we can't see if they've taken anyone into custody, but it did appear that they were ready to do that to try to calm the situation that's unfolding here. And as you said, this really a protest initially to try to protest what happened on Wednesday here, where they were handing out that vehicle still up in flames here over at Andrew Young and Peachtree. And if you take a look over here, if you pan over, I want to show you. This is what they were handing out at that protest. So it was a largely peaceful protest where they just wanted what they're calling justice for so sorry. And right now. You'll see, basically, they want justice for him after the shooting that happened when the Atlanta police and the different law enforcement agencies were raiding the forest over there to try to basically clear out the forest after everything that was going on. We're all related to this. It was Entrenchment Creek Park.
What's so crazy is people were still willing to go riot, even though everyone knew the full story. We knew that Antifa terrorists attacked the police officer, shooting them first, and then DeKalb County responded in kind, killing that individual. And now they're calling for assassination of police officers and revenge for that one individual's death. No, this is a terrorist organization, and I'm glad Governor Kemp decided to put an end to it. And also that same night, 7 individuals from Antifa were arrested as well. And guess what? None of them were from Georgia.
Many of them don't even live in Atlanta or in the state of Georgia, and they don't represent the voices of Atlanta. And some of them were found with explosives on them. You heard that correctly, explosives, and that has led to a police officer's car being set on fire, and other destruction has occurred. And so, make no mistake about it, these individuals meant harm to people and to property. And so
so none of these people were from Georgia, but yet they decided to live in the forest for I don't know how long. Honestly, who was funding these people? And I remember there was a time when the government told us that this isn't an organized group. This is just an ideology.
Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing. This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacist. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not militia. That's what his FBI director said.
Secretary designee, if he was here, he would get asked this question, but he's not. He asked for an investigation of Antifa because they were the greatest threat to the homeland. And if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that it's really not organizations so much as it is ideology. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think that's what I heard.
I appreciate that. We look at Antifa as more of an ideology or a movement than an organization. To be clear, we do have quite a number of properly predicated domestic terrorism investigations into violent anarchist extremists, any number of whom self-identify with the Antifa movement. And that's part of this broader group of domestic violent extremists that I'm talking about, but it's just one part of it. We also have the racially motivated violent extremists, the militia types.
I'm sorry, this is an organized group, and they're really dangerous. This is a domestic terrorist organization, and they should be put down. I mean, seriously, these people actually were arrested a couple of months ago. Well, some members in this group were arrested a couple of months ago by the GBI, and they had bombs. So they were planning on blowing stuff up. They don't want to fix any problem. They don't want They don't want to work together. They don't want to come up with a solution. They just want to burn the country down, and it doesn't matter who stands in their way. They will harm you as well, because even with this situation that happened last weekend, these people were actually torched the guy's truck while he was in it. They were setting fires to homes that were being constructed. They're not helping anyone. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That's all I have for you today. Do you believe that Antifa is just a thought? Is it ideology? Or do you think that, nah, this is an organized domestic terrorist organization and they're dangerous? I'm your host, TJ Evans, with another installment of the TJ Evans Show. Y'all remember to do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Hit subscribe to the Royal Family Studios page. Also, go check out my book on Amazon, The Diary of Marvin DeWayne. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up. Don't take my word for gold. You do your own research. Peace.